What's poppin'? Welcome back to Midwest Talks Basketball, man. So season's coming real soon, man. I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, it's my favorite time of the year, basketball season. I love basketball season. You know what I'm saying? Though I can't catch every game or anything like that, I just love basketball season, man. I feel empty when it's not around. You know what I'm saying? So, I looked at the Joel Embiid press or media day, and listen, you're not going to get a lot of information in these media days and these interviews. You're not going to get that. They're going to be politically correct about everything. You know what I'm saying? So, he talked about his health and no clear answer. Obviously, you're not going to get no clear answer here. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, this is the thing with Joel Embiid, because he says one thing, but then the media, the people who have inside information, says the complete opposite. You know what I mean? Joel Embiid looked very bad last year as far as injury-wise. He's been looking like that for the past couple of years, though. You know what I'm saying? Injury-wise. And I think, I think it has to do a lot with his style of play, too, as well. You know what I'm saying? I think that's part of the problem. Not completely all of it, but I do think his style of play is part of the problem, because he tries to play in the perimeter, coming off the dribble and all that at his size. No. Listen, Joel Embiid could be one of the most dominant centers ever. Like, seriously, he could be. If you look at Joel Embiid, skill-wise, if he played like I would say should, just because you can make threes and all that, that don't mean it's beneficial to the team, the way he plays. His style of play is not beneficial to the team. You know what I mean? I get it. He can do that stuff, and that's fine. But to be 7'1" and the size he is, and with the style of centers that's in today's game, he could be the most dominant presence, period. You know what I mean? Point blank. If he played with that nastiness, shoulder in the chest, you know what I mean, in the paint, he'd be one of the greatest centers of all time, Joel Embiid. I almost feel like, honestly, I don't even say I almost feel like, I think he could been more dominant to Shaquille O'Neal if he actually played the way he should have. Because he got this thing, he could put it on back to the basket. He got fire footwork, you know what I'm saying? He got a nice touch around the rim. You've seen how when he wants to get nasty in the paint, he can do that. When he wants to, he can do that. He could have been one of the most dominant centers of all. There's a point in time when Joel was actually healthy. He could have took Philly to the championship just off inside presence alone. There wasn't nothing nobody could do with this brother in the league. And you look at a guy like Jokic, but if you look at Jokic, overall, skill for skill, do you truly believe he's a better center than Joel Embiid? You know what I'm saying? Truthfully, I understand Jokic championship, you know what I'm saying? A couple MVPs, all that. I get it. Jokic is the truth. But skill for skill, is he really better than Joel Embiid? I would say no. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? Joel Embiid could play defense if necessary. You know what I'm saying? Joel Embiid actually can defend. You know what I'm saying? It boggles me that he don't play in the paint. It just I don't understand it. I don't understand how our coaches don't force that on him. Bruh, there's no reason you shouldn't shoot 1-3. Not 1-3. I don't care what type of time he is in the league. He should not be nowhere near the 3-point line. At best, the elbow. But he needs to be in that paint dominating, because there's not one center in the league that can stop him if he want to get loose. There's not one center. There's not one center that Jokic can't do it. Nobody can do it. If you throw it to Joel Embiid, he want to, he moving you out the way and he get whatever he want. His field goal percentage should be in the 70s. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? With the soft centers that's in today's game, he should be looked at as a second coming to Shaquille O'Neal, man. And Philly should have been in the finals just off that alone. So, I really feel like his health issues is with him trying to come off dribbles and all this pull up three. No, No. And I'm not saying he wouldn't be hurt in the paint, but I don't think it's roles for a reason. It's roles for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see Joel Embiid handling the ball. I don't want to see him handling the ball, pulling up. I don't want to see that. It irks me every time I see him do that. Shoot three. It irks me every time. Every time. You know what I mean? And the reason why I say, oh, he can shoot threes. Have they been in the finals yet? Do they win like that? No. 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 So I don't, listen, his injuries is a lot more worse than what they want to say. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more worse than what they want to say. I almost feel like this. Because on paper, Philly's team isn't whack, but you got Paul George, you know what I'm saying? You got Joel Embiid. Them two guys can't stay healthy to say they like. They can't, you know what I'm saying? Paul George been a shell of himself. You know what I mean? The best version of Paul George is in Indiana. That was the best version of Paul George when he had Granger in him. You know what I'm saying? Paul George is far from that. Now, Paul George, he's a lot of kids' favorite player. And listen, his game is smooth. Paul George got the smoothest game, one of the smoothest games, period. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? He's still a shell of himself. You know what I mean? Tyrese Maxey, you know, he's nice, but he's in a situation to where it's like, you know, his two main, his supporting cast is always hurt. So there's only so much Tyrese Maxey can do. You know what I'm saying? Tyrese Maxey, he's good, but I don't think he's a tier 2 star. He's not no tier 1. I don't think he's tier 3. He's a tier 2 star. He's good, but I don't think Tyrese Maxey can be, your best player on the team and think you're finna win. I don't see that in him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he can't develop that into that, but at this moment, no, I don't think so. That he's that kind of player. Joel Embiid has to change his game. I mean, I think that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? We've seen the fact that he can shoot threes. Okay, cool. But obviously that's not working. If he just, he got to go down low. I don't understand how you that big and not doing it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't always have to. All it takes is this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this. All it takes is for one coach in the league to bring it back to the essence, and everybody's going to follow suit. Somebody just got to win that way. That's it. You know what I mean? And then everybody going to follow suit, because that's what happened with the Warriors. They won with that play style and everybody want to emulate, which I don't think that's a good idea. You still supposed to play to the style of your players and not force them into something else. Because I guarantee you, if Joel Embiid played in the early 2000s, this dude would not be on the three-point line at all. At all. They would not even allow. No, that's not happening. He gonna have his big behind in the paint. And that's not stifling this game. See, people think, oh, you trying to stifle this game. No, it's not holding it back, stifling this game. You gotta understand, it's a 5-on-5 game. We got point guards and shooting guards for that. You know what I'm saying? We got those guys supposed to do that. Shooting guards, mainly. You know what I'm saying? Your small forward can take it out there, but we got other guys for that. You don't need to be down there. You know what I'm saying? Joel Embiid could be all first team defense. He could be all first team offense. You know what I'm saying? He could do all that in 1 year. He's that good. You're not about to just gamble on Joel Embiid. You're not about to just go to the paint on Joel. It's not going to happen, man. Now, you can score. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, can get dead dirty. It's the pros, you know what I'm saying? But that's not about to be a consistent thing. If he man that paint like that, you're going to have to double team him down low if he played the way he's supposed to. You're going to have to double and triple team this dude. And guess what? Guess what happens when it comes to that? Now he can kick it out to a shooter. Philly would be a whole lot better if he just played down low like he was supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Even with, like, I'm not going to say average players, but Joel, I honestly feel like this. If Embiid actually played down low like he was supposed to, he could get to the finals with a bunch of tier 2 guys. I do feel that way because he could be that dominant, dog. Like, honestly, anybody that got some IQ, if they just played their positions with a decent amount of IQ, he could get to the finals with that. Not saying he'll win. I'm not saying he'll win. But his abilities, to me, is that great down low that he could at least get to the finals with it. Honestly, I do feel that way. He could drag a team to the finals like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Joel Embiid should be a multiple-time champion with that ability. Honestly, I'm so serious. I'm not, over-exaggerating that either. I'm dead serious. Joel Embiid should have at least a couple rings, man, at this point. You know what I'm saying? And he should be in a conversation, and they should be saying, hey, Joel Embiid, man, you think he, compare him to Shaq? You know what I'm saying? Like, he should be like that, because if you look at it, Joel Embiid is more skilled than what Dwight Howard is. He's more skilled than Shaquille O'Neal. Think of other centers out there. I mean, he's probably one of the most skilled big men I've ever seen. Like, honestly, you could place Joel Embiid against anybody, and he's doing work. If he plays the right way. Okay? You know what I mean? I think the most skilled big man I've probably seen was Hakeem Olajuwon. That footwork was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, go look at some Hakeem Olajuwon footage. His footwork was amazing. Okay? Amazing. Okay? Now, I'm not saying Joel Embiid's footwork like that, but, Joel Embiid, his game is not as pretty as no Hakeem, but he still can rival Hakeem in skill. You know what I'm saying? Like, it may not look as pretty, but Joel Embiid, with his size and strength, combined with the footwork and his shooting touch, oh man, he'd be unstoppable down low. I really feel like he could shoot 70% down low. 70%. Okay? So a lot of this is due to his style of play. You know what I'm saying? Like, that, I really feel that way, because there's no reason. There's absolutely no reason. Even with his body breaking down now. Okay, cool. How long he been in the league? I'm trying to think, when was his rookie year? I forget his rookie year. You know what I'm saying? But I remember he missed his I think his first couple of years due to injury. You know what I'm saying? He always been injury prone. That's one thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but even with that being said, he should at least have as many rings as Kawhi. At least. Because I feel like Joel Embiid is that good talent-wise. He covers everything as far as the center. You know what I mean? He just don't play the way you would want. Now listen, like, I mean, I don't know. I get it. It's the new day and age. I understand that. But the new day, you look at the product on the floor now. You can't tell me that's a better product than from even the 2000s, where everybody played their position the correct way. Basketball should be played a certain way. Hence, why the viewership is starting to go down a little bit, and people are kind of tired of what they're seeing, because the game is not being played the way it should be played. Most people want to see their center dominating the paint. Most people. They don't want to see their center, shooting threes. You look at Karl Anthony Towns. When Karl Anthony Towns want to get busy down low, you know what I'm saying? Different animal. But he can shoot threes. Okay, cool. But does that translate to wins? All right. And when they did go to the Western Conference Finals with Cat, who was the catalyst of that? Anthony Edwards. Okay? Ant-Man. You know what I mean? He came in and took over that team. Now, if Cat actually, played his position like he should have, you know what I mean? Then maybe that'd be a different story. But you cannot be that big and play soft like that. You just can't do that. You got to be nasty. If I was a coach, whatever the case is, and a dude come on my floor that's 7'1", damn near 300 pounds, you gonna be the most vicious dude on the court. I accept nothing else. I don't care if you get texts. I don't care. Send a message. The tech might be necessary. I want people petrified of you down there. That's what I want. I want you to knock people's wind out their chest, damn near try to pull the hoop off the glass. I want that type of nastiness. I don't want no handshakes. You know what I'm saying? I want you nasty down there. Nasty. That's how Shaq was. Shaq was, say what you want about Shaq. He was nasty down low. People was petrified of Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Joel Embiid should be that. It should be no smiles. Straight seriousness. Vicious. I want you the meanest dude out there. I accept nothing else. I accept technicals from you. It's okay, fine. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, we need that. I want you vicious out there. Point blank. There's no way you rolling up on my floor 7'1", 300 pounds soft. Absolutely not. I want you in that weight room. I want you hitting them leg presses. You know what I'm saying? I want you a straight unit out there. You know what I mean? Straight up. And I want you to use every bit of strength. I don't care who's on you. You should be offended if somebody's small think they can guard you. I want you, your thoughts is, put them in the hospital. That's the thought process. Obviously, you know, that's not going to be the case, but that's the thought process. You know what I'm saying? They're going to think twice. Like, I don't want to run into that. That's why I want you to impose on these players. Nobody should feel comfortable guarding you at all. Nobody should even be able to game plan for you. Like, dang, we facing Joel Embiid. Oh, you know what I mean? They should be having to go to the third center on the bench because you done got everybody in foul trouble. That, like, seriously, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing Joel Embiid got on the side, he can shoot free throws. So they can't hack a Shaq him. Because he can shoot. I don't know, Joel Embiid, you know, it's disappointing that he doesn't have a couple rings at this point because, man, all that ability and skill, and he doesn't use it the correct way as far as in the game of basketball. And some people probably say, well, what you mean the correct way? Dude, you that big, you supposed to be down there cooking these dudes. There is no, he's supposed to be out there down in the paint as the boogeyman. They should not want no kind of drama or smoke with Joel Embiid. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, man. That's the thing. Man, listen, dog. I'd be probably a nutcase as a coach, man. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, after practice, come here. Let's talk. We gonna put you through some critical drills. You know what I'm saying? I want you nasty out there. Nasty. If you gotta swing your elbow to get them up off you so they know what it is. It's all right to do it one time. Swing that elbow so you can get out the way. You know what I'm saying? Back up. You too close, fam. You too close. Shaq did it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did it all the time, dog. So, I mean, you guys just be nasty out there to send a message, man. Like, I'm all about that, sending a message. Oh, you on my back? Oh, no. Oh, no. Shoulder in the gut. Blow. You know what I'm saying? Raise up on the white. Man, listen, dog. Man, listen. I know today's game different. You know what I'm saying? I know, but hey, I'll try to change it. I would try to change it. Somebody got to try to change it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to try to change it. Like, listen, we got to change the course of this. We're not going to do what they do. We're going to take this back to, you know, whatever the case is. I mean, you know what I'm saying? At some point, you're going to have to give it the program. And guess who's going to like it? The fans. They going to love it. They going to love it. They going to go for whatever's winning. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? The reason why the fans like what the Warriors doing, why? Because they was winning. So you take it back to my center actually being a center, you know what I mean? My point guard being the point guard, my two being the two, you know what I mean? And etc. The fans gonna rock with that. And guess who's gonna fall in line? The league. The league's gonna fall in line with that. And guess what the scouting team gonna do? Fall in line with what's going on. I mean, because all they do is copy off each other anyway. But like, you know, so I mean, Joel Embiid, I don't have no expectations for this brother, man, to be honest with you, because I think his injuries is way more serious than what's being told. Now, if you do your homework and listen to these insiders, they'll tell you that. I mean, it's out there. It's out there clearly to see that he has very, very bad injury problems. Very bad injury problems. So I don't know how much longer his career is going to last. That's where I think is at with it. To be honest, I don't know how much longer his career is going to last, because this is similar with Amari Stoudemire. Now, if you remember with Amari Stoudemire, when he got traded to the Knicks, right? Did he get traded or signed? I don't want to say he got traded. I don't remember if he signed or got traded. I don't remember because that was a while ago. But I remember, I think Stephen A. Smith came out there and said that doctors said that he only got about 2-3 years left. Now, he put that out there. All right, I believe it was Stephen A. Smith. He put that out there, but nobody else did. So they be knowing certain things. And the way these people, they talk about Joel Embiid, it's like they know he don't got much time left, right? So I don't know if he's ever going to get a chip, you know what I'm saying? But he could have got one when he was hot, when he wasn't getting hurt like that. He could have got one. He could have dragged the team to the finals at least. He could have dragged the team to the finals. I do feel that way because he got that much skill if he just placed it in the right spot. So I don't really have no expectations for Joel Embiid and the Sixers. I think the Sixers need to just go ahead and just straight up rebuild. I do feel they need to just straight rebuild. Now with Maxey, I asked Maxey, like, yo, Maxey, check this out, man. We about to go through a hard time. Do you want to be here? This could be your time to show and prove that you could be that build that we could build around you. This would be his time to show and prove. The keys is yours if you want it. Now, I know what I said, like, I don't think he's that kind of player, but this is your chance to show and prove that you could be that player. We're not going to win a whole lot, but from what I see from you once we do this rebuild, okay, cool. This is your chance to shine. You know what I'm saying? This is your chance to show you one of them ones. We're going to have to go through the rebuild, but I'm with you. If you with it, I'm with you. I'm behind you 100%. That'll be the whole conversation with Tyrese and Maxey. Like, look at me. We behind you in this. If you willing to stick it out with us, we got you. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. But we got to do some rebuilding, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'll put Joel Embiid on the block. I'll put Paul George on the block. And unfortunately, I don't think you're going to get much for them brothers because they too injury prone. They are too injury prone. And they know stuff we don't know. So, you know, I don't know what you can get. You know what I mean? But I would try to move them and bring some pieces, some nice pieces, you know, a player that could play the center well, a player that could play the four well. You know what I'm saying? All that, you know what I mean? And let's see what Tyrese Maxey do as the head guy. That's what I would do if I was Philly, man, because they need to rebuild. Like, this is not going to work. It's not going to work. They need to rebuild, man, because it's not looking too good, you know what I mean, in my opinion. So, you know, unfortunately, you know, Joel Embiid, I feel like he missed his window to be a champion due to his injuries. You know what I'm saying? That his injuries is too severe. You know what I mean? For him to play a full 82-game season and be effective like that, full 82 games. I just, you know, it's clear as day. The proof is in the pudding. It's not like I want that to be the case, because I do want to see Joel, a person with that much skill, I want to see them succeed. You know what I'm saying? I want to see them succeed. I don't want to see them like this. I want to see them succeed. But them injuries is too serious. And I've seen this too many times in the league where they mum to the word about the injury, but yet next thing you know, he done retired, or you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case is. So, and I'm not saying because no one said that, but I mean, just read between the lines here. His injuries is a lot more serious than what's being said, man. So I think Sixers need to rebuild, man, and really see if Tyrese Maxey is that guy. You know what I mean? All right, so make sure you like, subscribe, share the content. Really appreciate it, everybody. Peace.